And this is for the landlord. If you're not the landlord, if you're not a landlord, keep on scrolling. What you did with the money that we just gave you last month?
None of your business.
Why you keep around this steady spending the money up thinking that we just got money to give you every month? Like, slow the down. Stop spending all that motherfucking money at one time. And because I'm not finna keep giving you no motherfucking money. I'm just not. I ain't got it.
See, she gonna be homeless. Y'all don't be like that. Be like this next young lady. Check it out.
Hey guys, so I am on here real quick because I'm just wondering. Like, I have been recently rolling up my sleeves and getting down to business and figuring out how in the world I can buy a piece of property. I'm ready to be a homeowner. Tired of giving my coins away to my landlord who's paying her mortgage and would like to start paying my own. And anyways, it's a very intimidating, very daunting process. Still don't know how I am going to do it, how I am doing it.
We're going over 5 reasons why you are still renting if you're looking to get on the housing ladder. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert, and on this channel, we simplify the home loan process. Number 1, you're listening to too many people. And I know that sounds crazy. The reason I say that is this. To a person, and specifically this year, all of the consultations that I've done, there's a lot of confusion. And I'm listening to this person, or do you know this person? And I've heard this person. Here is my solution to that. You're going to have to find somebody that you trust. Whenever I have a problem that I'm trying to solve, I go back and look at my watch history and whoever that person is that keeps coming to the top when it comes to that one thing that I'm trying to solve, I lock in, because there's water cooler talk all the time. And what happens is it creates fear and anxiety in you, which causes you not to move forward. And you're just in this limbo. And a lot of times you get discouraged, or you wait too long and potentially miss out on an opportunity. Number 2, you have to know your numbers. What do you mean by that, Robert? Do you know how much money is coming into your household currently and what's going out? A lot of people that I speak to don't have a clue as to how much money monthly is leaving. I want to challenge you to take some personal accountability. Whatever isn't paid attention to gets neglected. That's what I want to say. So you have to start downloading your statements, your bank statements, your credit card statements, any bills that you're paying on a monthly basis. If you digitize them, it's hurting you. Out of sight, out of mind, and you really don't know what is going on. You have to look at these things on a more frequent regimen. I suggest every Friday, looking at your credit card balances, your bank statements, so on and so forth, so you do not forget. And 6 months, 8 months from now, wake up and you're in a world of trouble because you have not been paying attention. So a week, 7 days is the longest time period that I would go. You have to choose a time where you're going to say, hey, this is my financial health and I have to pay attention to what's going on. Number 3, most of you are living on your gross income. Okay. You don't get to keep what your salary is. Most of us are buying houses based upon that. Although we qualify you on the gross, I do a very good job of explaining to you that you live on the net, but you're buying houses based upon that. All of these debts that you're obligating yourself to, you're basing it off of not a real number. If you're a W-2 employee, same thing if you're self-employed. You have to force yourself when you are looking at your documents, you need to know what your net income. Here's what I would suggest. You type into whatever browser you like to use or whatever large language model. And in your state where you are, you just say, hey, I'm a person making X amount of dollars and I have this many dependents. And it will tell you what your tax liability is, federal and state. You need to back those monies out. And I think it will wake a lot of you all up to understand, hey, I'm not making what the gross says. I still have taxes. Some of us have taxes and insurance and child support and other things that are coming out, but you're living on the gross. Number 4, being overextended. What do I mean by overextended? Okay, here's the deal. Subscriptions, the silent killer. Now, I used to be a pharmaceutical rep. They used to say blood pressure, silent killer, early morning, the circadian rhythm knocks out a blood clot, heart attack or stroke. You out of here. Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is equivalent to that. And you don't see it, you don't feel it. And I'm starting to see it on a lot of credit reports and bank statements. And what you all don't know, those are undisclosed debts that we have to count. And it could make the difference on an interest rate. It could make the difference of you not being approved for a home loan because your debt to income ratio is too high. So these overextensions with buying things because they make it so easy. Remember, convenience kills. The last thing ties into what I just said. Number 5, the lack of planning. Planners are people that have higher credit scores, have more monies. Less gotchas happen when you plan. Can't plan for everything, but those that don't plan, that are reactive, are the ones that always feel like you're behind the 8 ball. I want you to be a homeowner. I'm very bullish on owning. There's a lot of narratives out trying to tell you not to own, but those folks that are saying that have a motive, in my opinion. But you make your decision. If you implement these 5 things, you will be well on your way to owning, managing, controlling where you live opposed to renting, if that's what you want to do. So to recap, we want to stop listening to everybody. Too many chiefs, not enough, what they say. I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody. Not knowing your numbers, being overextended, subscription services, buy now, pay later, living on the gross opposed to your net income, and no planning or lack thereof. If those things resonate with you, then do something about it. We're in the time where there's a lot of uncertainty going on. And so you want to control what it is that you want to control. One other thing that jumped out to me in this first quarter with all of the calls that I've had is that a lot of you all out there still don't know that you don't have to put 20% down. I want you to watch this video here. It will go into a loan program that does not require 20% down, nor do you have to be a first-time home buyer. So check that out. I think you'll be glad you did. Indeed.